Cellular devices have become the most popular electronic in America. They are some of the most powerful tools you can acquire. It can generate you wealth, and it can bring you closer to God than ever before. But with great power comes great responsibility, as we all know. And with the unlimited power of a phone, in the wrong hands, this small device has the potential to destroy you. You see, the truth is, phones come with a bunch of negatives that nobody wants to talk about. And although these little things can provide you with much value, it comes with an abundance of distractions. And the number one distraction it does is provide constant entertainment. Now, I want you to think personally, how often are you on your phone? Now, the average person is about to be on their phone for 7 hours a day. And with things like VR headsets, computers, video games, screens on screens on screens, this can easily jump to 10 hours a day. And with how society is going, with them wanting to introduce a whole metaverse, this number will only go up. I want you to ask yourself, what happens to the average person if constant entertainment is being put in front of them 24/7? Now, what happens with this is mental health and illnesses and addiction. You see, these devices have apps that can really hurt you. And one of the biggest ones is things like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Now, the constant gratification is cool and it feels nice, but what a lot of people don't talk about on how this kills your mental health. Now, let me explain. Constantly scrolling on social media literally dumbs down your brain. It ruins your attention span. That's why people aren't able to be in still places, quiet places anymore. As soon as they get into a line of Chipotle, they picking up their phone, scrolling through it, because people nowadays cannot bear boredom for 2 seconds. This is not good at all. On top of this is the rise of mental health and phone addiction. Now, it's pretty easy to connect the dots. Social media and phone usage and mental health is going up simultaneously. And it's been proven time and time again how social media can affect your mental health, with things like trying to compare your life to somebody's highlighted life. Now, with putting entertainment in front of you 24/7, this can leave you unmotivated and lazy, stopping you from reaching your full potential in life, stopping you from acquiring your goals and achieving your dreams, because all day, every day, you're stuck looking at somebody else's life on a phone. And with people being unmotivated, lazy, and not wanting to do anything because their attention spans have been destroyed, this ultimately comes with people using this power in a negative light, leading to control. Now, hypnosis is when you hear and see something a repeated amount of time. Over time, if something is repeated to you over and over and over, it becomes you. I don't care what you say, if you hear something over and over and over again, you're eventually going to like it. Why do you think songs that you first heard, you thought they were trash, but after hearing it 20 times, all of a sudden it's catchy? In another video, we're gonna talk about the music industry. If you wanna see that, let me know down in the comment section. Now, with this control, there comes an agenda. Now, I don't know if you have seen it already, but since the pandemic has happened, there has been a whole new agenda, and they've been implementing it slowly but surely. Now, this isn't nothing new though. Back in the day, we had TV. You know what I'm saying? We had cable, everyone would sit around the TV and watch it. But nowadays, they've expanded and they've put the TV right in front of us, in our hands every single day, making it easier for them to control. And I don't think you understand how much control they have. They know what you see, they know what you watch, they know where you live, they know what you spend your money on. You may ask, what may they do with this control? And what happens is, they use it to steer political views, they use it to preach this new woke agenda, and ultimately, they use the control to be against Christianity. And you may be saying, they don't got no control. They don't have no control over my life. Watch this. During the pandemic, what did they do? They pushed negative in front of everybody's face. And guess what it did? It caused a chaos. Nobody talks about this, but during a crisis, that's when the rich people get the most rich. You can search this up yourself. Rich people benefit the most through crises. So while they're on the TV making you scared and you're falling for it, they're behind the scenes collecting the biggest bag of all time. The government, first off, they don't want you to be rich, but they want you to be in the rat race. They want you to be stuck forever. They want control over you. And because of this, they're gonna constantly distract you, constantly trying to scare you, constantly trying to throw you off your path. Why? because they do not want to see you succeed. They do not want you to see you level up. They don't want you to study for your test. They don't want you to learn new skills. They don't want you to acquire new assets. They want you to be stuck on this app right here. They want you to be stuck on this device here, and they're gonna constantly be feeding you information until your brain is fried. Because I'm sorry to tell you, your brain is a muscle. Your brain needs to be trained every day. Your brain needs to be growing all the time. And what happens is when you consume nothing but entertainment, your brain has no use to learn nothing. So slowly but surely, it's gonna deteriorate. And before you know it, a couple years down the line, you didn't do nothing but consume entertainment, you're gonna be brain dead. And that's what they want, because they can use brain dead people that have nothing going on for themselves. No self-ambition, no passion, no nothing. They use those people to control them for their own personal gains. And I don't want you being part of that. Now, with control, ultimately, because we know this is Satan's world, what happens with that? It promotes sin. Now, sin is all over the internet, bro. And what does that do? It ultimately forces you to sin subconsciously. Now, nobody wants to talk about it, but porn is taking over the internet. I don't know if you've seen it yourself. Nobody's talking about it, but tell me why every new app they create becomes sexual. Instagram became sexual. TikTok is now sexual. My friend, even WhatsApp, they ended up exploiting it for sexual reasons. Now, porn is one of the most popular things in America, and nobody wants to talk about it because we all know it's wrong. But what are they gonna do? They're gonna put it in your face, and then they're gonna say it's okay. In reality, we all know it's sexual immorality, bro. It's wrong, it's disgusting, and it's nasty. You should not be touching yourself, twin. That's gross. And it's not just the porn industry, it's the whole sexualization in general. And this has been pushed heavily with social media and with these devices. So much that they've made people not even know who they are and made them transition into something they're not. Now, we can get into that conversation later. But I want you to remember something and listen close. If the devil were to get to you, he would get to you using something you use every single day. He can't get to you if you use this thing as a tool. But if you are on this thing every single day, what do you think he's gonna try and hit you with? With the thing that you think is harmless. And if you look around, you can see that Satan's plan is working. Slowly but surely, everything is starting to be controlled. Slowly but surely, everything is becoming monitored. And slowly but surely, America is falling deeper and deeper into sin. I'm trying to tell you. Now, let me tell y'all boys the truth. I'm gonna be real vulnerable with y'all. I'm not perfect, okay? I don't expect nobody to be perfect, and I'm not gonna claim like I am. I'm not gonna act like I'm only on my phone for 10 minutes a day. I'm still dealing with it myself. All I'm doing is I'm inviting you to be on the journey as well. My job as a Christian is not to condemn nobody, but to inform and tell the truth. With this being said, there's months where I'm on social media, I listen to music, cool. There's other months where there's no music, no social media, no distractions. And I can tell you personally, this has helped me overcome lust. This has helped me become productive, overcome procrastination. This has helped a lot, let me tell you. So if you're struggling with things like procrastination, porn addiction, phone addiction, I highly recommend you to go on the journey as well. But you cannot do it alone. And that's why we have to put our trust and resources in God and tap into what He wants us to be. Call on to God. Call on for His strength, His wisdom, and His divine knowledge, and He will guide you to the truth. As Christians, we're supposed to put ourselves down to pick up a cross and to pick it up and live out the life that He wants for us, and live out the life that He wants for us so ultimately He can use us. And you can't do that if you're constantly getting distracted by one of these. I'm only saying this because in 2023, I made it my mission to finally say, forget everything, Lord. I'm picking up my cross. Guide me. And this is where it's brought me so far. So only imagine where it can take you if you finally take your walk with Christ serious, you pick up your cross, you stop being distracted, and you really get to it. It's only brought me here this far. Remember, pick up your cross, don't fall for none of these distractions, and stay true to the name of the Lord. Love y'all. Catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there.